block from here that Gus Edwards, as a 12-year-old boy, would be out hawking the newspapers during the week. He dreamt of escaping the tenement life, which was so typical of Jewish immigrants like himself. He walked past those old show houses and he could sneak a peek of the music, and he knew he could sing, and he knew he was creative if only someone would give him a chance. Finally, that chance came one day when one John Sullivan went over to the corner to buy a paper, and of course Gus Edwards had heard him sing. He was moonlighting as a vaudevillian as well as a heavyweight champion. How do you like that? He told him about how he could sing, and it wasn't long before John Sullivan made him a part of his act. The rest is, as they say, history. He never forgot that break that fella gave him. And he went on to help one person after the next. Matter of fact, they called Gus Edwards a star maker. Most of my peers don't know the name Gus Edwards. At least not like they do Prince or Madonna or any of those other names that are out there. But Gus Edwards sits there way down deep in the roots of American popular music. You might have heard My Merry Oldsmobile. And of course you may have heard this song right here. This is, my friends, count them, top 10 nursing home material. It's just one little old song. It don't need to be fancy. It's just a good one, that's all. And I hope you all will sing it with me now.
Of a silvery moon, I want to spoon to my honey out crew of two. Keep it shining in June. Your silvery beam will bring love's strength. Will be cuddling soon by the silvery moon.
There I was at the Oshkosh Medical and Rehab Center. I pulled out all the stops that day. You got to include one Hank Williams song, one Johnny Cash, one Woody Guthrie, a few Irish jigs, Turkey in the Straw, you know, all the classics, maybe Ain't Misbehavin', you know, get them going, get their feet tapping, get them singing, bring them back from a place that most of them are lost. After all, you can only take so much medication before you're oblivious to the world. Half the group couldn't tell you what they had for breakfast, by golly, but that's typical of Alzheimer's. Half of them's hands were shaking. I remembered that from my grandmother. Parkinson's disease. I look at them every time I'm there and I say, man, that could be me someday. And you don't ever know. You just show up and you do the best you can to breathe a little bit of life back into these human beings. There he was, sitting in the front row, drool hanging down, head slumped over. I couldn't get that fella to move his foot for nothing. I determined that by the end of that hour, and we was celebrating all the birthdays in the month of September, they cut that typical sheet cake, they poured that typical red Kool-Aid, which we call bug juice in camp. Well, he was catatonic, the drool hung there for an hour. I got to my last song, you know, and I'm singing By the Light of the Silvery Moon when my voice starts to crack. It'll do that sometimes, you know, when you're working too hard. I called out to the activity director to bring me a cup of that red bug juice, and just as I did that, his head sprung up. His hand was shaking, and he went, Lil Rev, don't drink it. It's embalming fluid. Whether you make them or not, these songs have histories to them and stories. They want to be told. So every time you sing that song, just know that it's a whole lot more to that song than just strumming on a little old ukulele. You all understand? Oh yeah, can I get a hallelujah? Hallelujah. And sing it with me one last time. Here we go.
By the light of the silvery Silvery moon.